Most visitors to Jamaica see the island through a frame of white sand and turquoise water. But they're missing the true heart of the country, a place that pulses with a story much deeper than the coastline. This is a story written not in sand, but in soil, one that rises thousands of feet into the Caribbean sky. A story of rebellion, resilience, and a world-famous treasure. By the end of this film, you'll understand the 7 essential insights of the Jamaica Blue Mountains. You'll see why this UNESCO World Heritage Site is the key to understanding Jamaica's soul, and why the island's most famous export is more than just a drink. This is the Global Dock, where the world comes to anchor. The Blue Mountains are a majestic range dominating the eastern third of Jamaica. More than just a pretty backdrop, this is a place of global significance. It's a dual-designated UNESCO site, recognized for both its incredible biodiversity and its profound cultural history. The mountains were a refuge for the indigenous Taino people and later for the Maroons, formerly enslaved Africans who fought for and won their freedom, establishing independent communities right here in these formidable peaks. Their story of resistance is etched into every trail and valley, making this landscape a living monument to human liberty. This history is the secret ingredient in the region's most famous cultural export, Blue Mountain coffee, a product shaped by centuries of struggle and triumph. The story of the Blue Mountains is the story of Jamaica itself, a story of surface versus substance. On the surface, you see lush, mist-covered peaks. But beneath that, you find a history of sanctuary and self-determination. The Maroons didn't just hide here, they thrived. They used the challenging terrain to their advantage, creating a society that preserved African traditions in language, food, and spirituality. This changes how we see this place. It's not just a beautiful wilderness, it's a fortress of freedom, a cradle of cultural continuity that echoes to this day. The very rhythm of life here, the way people farm, the stories they tell, is all connected to that legacy of independence fought for and won in these hills. Life in the mountains moves at a different pace. It's measured not in hours, but in the slow ripening of coffee cherries and the gathering of afternoon mist. Daily routines are tied to the land. You see farmers navigating steep paths with practiced ease, their hands telling the story of generations of cultivation. You hear the easy laughter shared over a game of dominoes at a roadside shop, a world away from the tourist resorts. These aren't moments staged for visitors. They're the quiet, authentic heartbeat of the community. It forces you to ask, would you experience this place as a visitor, just passing through, or as a guest, open to its rhythm? To truly experience the mountains, where you stay matters. For a stay that feels connected to the community, consider a boutique guesthouse like Lime Tree Farm. It's not about luxury, it's about immersion, with views that connect you directly to the coffee-growing landscape. For those seeking refined comfort, Strawberry Hill offers historic luxury with panoramic views of Kingston below, a favorite of global icons for decades. A realistic daily budget here, including food, transport, and a few activities, would range from $75 to $150, allowing you to enjoy the local flavor without breaking the bank. The Blue Mountains aren't something you just see or consume. They're a place you must listen to. You feel it in the cool mountain air, hear it in the calls of rare birds, and taste it in a cup of coffee brewed just steps from where it was grown. It's a landscape that rewards patience. The longer you stay, the more it reveals, not as a tourist attraction, but as a living, breathing piece of Jamaica's soul. Would you come here for the views or for the history? Let us know in the comments. And subscribe to the Global Dock for the stories guidebooks often skip. This is the Global Dock, where the world comes to anchor.